Get out of my lobby, this place isn't for your kind. Those words didn't slip out by accident. They landed like a punch thrown with policy behind it. Loud and certain, rehearsed even. Gregory Vance, the manager of the Horizon Grand Hotel in downtown Seattle, stood there with his arms crossed and judgment etched across his face, not even bothering to lower his voice so the whole marble-floored lobby could hear. He looked straight at her, the black woman in plain clothes, and decided right there she didn't belong, not knowing that in exactly 9 minutes he and every member of his team would be out the door, fired on the spot by the very woman he tried to humiliate, right there in that shining lobby, in front of every guest. Let me back up a sec, because if you've ever walked into a room and known it wasn't built for you, you know exactly what Aisha Carter felt as she stepped through those glass doors. No assistant trailing behind, no designer bag on her arm, no labels screaming money, just a simple black t-shirt, jeans, and eyes that had seen this scene play out before. Only now they were focused and calm, almost daring. Each step across the lobby was quiet, but the air shifted with her presence. She approached the front desk, where Gregory stood, flanked by Lauren Hayes' tight ponytail, tighter smile, and Kevin Patel, arms folded, suspicion already drawn on his face like a weapon. They didn't greet her. They didn't smile. They looked her up and down the way folks look at something that doesn't fit the decor. "I have a reservation," she said, even steady. "Penthouse suite. The name's Carter." Gregory peered over his glasses, a slow squint, as if trying to catch her out in a lie. "That's a very high-tier room. Are you sure you booked the right hotel?" His words floated across the counter, daring her to flinch. But Aisha just slid her ID and her black card across the counter. No theatrics, just proof. Gregory held the card like it was going to bite him, turned it over, muttered, "Strange, this looks suspicious." Lauren hit the intercom button, voice sharp. "Security, we may have an unauthorized guest, possibly fraudulent." Not even a beat skipped. Kevin chimed in, "You know, people try this all the time. Fancy cards, fake names, hoping we won't check." Aisha just stood there. "I'm not here for trouble. I'm here for my room." From across the lobby, Sophie Lynn, a travel blogger, started filming. Her friend Jacob Reed went live. "We're at the Horizon Grand, and we're watching something ugly happen in real time." The crowd swelled with phones, quiet murmurs. Elena Ruiz, the concierge, caught Aisha's eye, a flicker of recognition or maybe concern. Gregory's voice cut through the room. "We've seen this scam before. People come in, claim to have bookings, flash a high-limit card, and disappear the second we call the bank. Not this time." He handed Aisha's card to Kevin, who grinned, walked to the safe behind the desk, locked it away with a little show. "You're done here." "That's theft," Sophie called out. "They just took her card." Jacob was right beside her. "That's not policy." Aisha, though, just said soft but deadly calm, "You're going to regret this." And she knew, because this wasn't the first time. At 24, she'd checked into a hotel in Atlanta, tired from meetings, wearing sweats, and the man at the desk had told her, "You don't look like someone who'd stay here." The system was down. He said, "Come back later." She slept in her car that night. The next morning, she began building a business plan that would grow into one of the country's biggest hospitality groups. Now, here she was in a lobby she owned, facing the same tone, the same assumption, the same kind of man. Gregory leaned in. "Your reservation's canceled. We don't tolerate deception. You're holding up real guests." Aisha turned, gesturing at the growing crowd. "You mean these guests watching you right now?" Lauren stepped forward, voice firm. "You need to leave. Now." "Are you sure?" Aisha asked, voice never rising. "Positive," Lauren snapped. "Or we'll call the authorities." Gregory smirked. "Go ahead. Make a scene. It won't end well for you." Aisha locked eyes with him. "That's the last time you speak to me like that." Elena spoke up, hesitant but clear. "I saw her name in the system. This morning her reservation is valid." Gregory spun on her. "One more word and you're gone, too." Aisha reached for her phone. "Nia, log this moment. Lock in the video timestamp." The response came instantly. "Logged. System's ready." Jacob leaned over the desk, camera on the card inside the safe. "It says, Carter, VIP. It's real." Gregory sneered. "Anyone can fake card. People like her." Aisha cut him off. "Finish that sentence." "Go on." But the words died in his mouth as he looked around, realizing just how many people were watching. "You've just made the worst mistake of your professional life," Aisha said. Gregory flashed a cocky smile. "You think so?" "No, I know so." Kevin held up the key to the safe, waving it around. "This card is now company property. Until the bank verifies it, you're not getting it back." He slammed the safe, missing the storm about to hit. Aisha stayed silent, more commanding than any shout. Gregory said, "You're wasting everyone's time. Walk out now, or we'll make that choice for you." Lauren, emboldened, stepped from behind the desk, reaching for Aisha's arm. The moment she touched her, the room snapped. The crowd gasped. Sophie shouted, "She just grabbed her." The video went live on Reddit. "This is happening live at Horizon Grand." Elena's voice shook. "You can't put your hands on a guest. Her reservation is valid. Stay out of this if you want your job." Lauren shot back. Elena didn't budge. "I won't lie for you." Gregory dropped the act, hissing, "She's trying to scam us. People like her always think they can play the system." Those words carried. A gray-haired guest whispered, "I can't believe what I'm hearing." Jacob's live stream caught it all. In the center of it, Aisha lifted her phone. "Nia, escalate full audit, record every word." Kevin leaned over, shouting, "You're a fraud. Go back to wherever you came from." Elena stepped forward. "I've worked here 3 years, and I've seen this every time a guest like her walks in alone, confident, dressed down. You treat them like criminals." Gregory barked, "Enough. I want her out now, or security will escort you both." Lauren jumped in. She refused to provide valid IDs is a breach. But now the crowd was turning. Jacob addressed his viewers. "We're watching a guest be harassed by hotel staff after providing her name, card, and ID, and now they're trying to remove her. This isn't just bad service. This is disgusting." Aisha looked Kevin dead in the eyes. "Return my card now." He smirked. "Or what? Or you'll be locked out of the Horizon system for Lafino employment. No references, no appeal." Lauren scoffed. "You don't speak for Horizon." But Elena, steady now, said she does. Sophie interjected. "Look at her. That's not someone begging for service ethics, someone letting you dig your own grave." Gregory tried to recover. "This isn't personal, it's protocol." But it was too late. The lobby had turned. A young woman asked Elena, "Is she who I think she is?" Elena's silence was answer enough. And then, the twist that changed everything. Elena spoke up. "This isn't the first time Gregory ignored complaints like this. I logged 3 last month, 2 from solo women of color, all dismissed." Gregory's face flushed. "That's a lie." But no one believed him now. Aisha spoke loud enough for all to hear. "Your time running this place unchecked is over." Gregory tried his final card. "If you won't leave, I'll call the cops." Aisha smiled. "Please do." For the first time, Gregory looked scared. Guests began forming a loose barrier around Aisha. Phones up, blocking staff. Aisha stepped forward. "This lobby belongs to me." Silence fell. Lauren looked down. Kevin's smirk vanished. Gregory blinked. The guests rallied to her, stepping between her and the desk. Gregory shouted, "Throw her out!" But the lobby refused. He slammed the intercom. "Unauthorized individual in the libido, not engage." Aisha stood unfazed. Sophie shouted, "We're recording everything." Lauren, desperate, grabbed Aisha again. Elena blocked her. "Don't touch her again." Lauren spat. "You'll be fired." "Then fire me, but you're not touching her." Gregory raged. "People who stay in penthouse suites don't look like that." Aisha's reply quiet but sharp. "You keep saying fraud like it'll make your mistake disappear." At 29, in L.A., she'd been asked for 3 IDs at check-in while watching white men get rooms, no questions asked. That night, she wrote the zero-tolerance policy now in every Horizon hotel, no guest profiling. Now, she lived it out. Gregory called for security, but Kevin hesitated. Guests were watching. Sophie filmed the whole thing. Jacob asked a guest, "What do you see?" "Someone getting thrown out who clearly belongs." Gregory, desperate, "That's slander." Aisha turned to Elena. "Is my name in the reservation system?" "Yes, say." Carter, penthouse, executive override. The lobby was silent. Gregory stammered. She could have hacked in. Sophie retorted. You think she hacked your system and brought 2,000 witnesses? Kevin looked nervous. I locked the card like you said, Greg. What if we're wrong? You had a choice, Aisha replied. A guest stepped forward. You're not laying a hand on her again. A human barrier formed. This is what happens, Aisha said, when silence stops being an option. And then Kevin, mic in hand, voice trembling, whispered, She owns the place, doesn't she? Elena confirmed, She does. Shock rippled. Lauren turned to Gregory. You said she was lying. Jacob caught it. This is the moment everything changed. Aisha walked up to the desk. You framed me, you called me a thief, you humiliated me in my own lobby. Nia's voice cut in. Carla is ready. Patch her through. Carla Bennett's voice echoed. Terminate Gregory Vance. Lauren Hayes, Kevin Patel immediate removal from Horizon System. Their access badges blinked red locked out. Live in front of everyone. Elena announced. They've been removed. They don't speak for Horizon anymore. Gregory erupted. This is illegal. Call corporate. But Lauren's login was blocked. Kevin's badge dead. Panic spreading. As Kevin tried to retrieve the card, Elena ordered, You're not authorized. Step away. The power was gone. The lobby changed. Gregory sneered. You think this makes you a leader? Leadership, Aisha said, is when people who've been ignored finally speak you pan their herd. Guest voices joined in past slights, dismissed complaints. Elena logged them all. Lauren cracked, blaming Gregory. He told us how to treat people who didn't look the part. Gregory denied. Aisha stopped him. It's a confession, we'll document it. Carla's voice again. Effective immediately, you're terminated, banned from Horizon's hiring network, flagged for further action. Gregory stammered. All this to prove a point? No, because I'm tired of people like you deciding who deserves respect based on appearances. Sophie, recording, they tried to erase her now. She's rewriting the rules. Aisha led Elena behind the desk. Reset the system. Compensate affected guests. Elena nodded. Hand steady now. Aisha addressed the guests. If you've been mistreated, we'll respond within 48 horse no PR fluff. Just answers. A man tipped his hat. Thank you for not walking away. I've walked away too many times, not anymore, Aisha replied. Media picked up the story, videos spreading. Let them see what happens when a company doesn't just apologize, but acts. To Gregory, Lauren, Kevin, you're dismissed. Security will escort you. You're not to speak to guests. Elena asked, should I call security? No. Let them walk through the lobby, let everyone see consequence. As the three disgraced staff left under the cold eyes of the crowd, Aisha turned to her guests and staff. This isn't justice, it's just the beginning. Reform starts now. Horizon Grand wasn't just a name anymore. It became the place where everything changed. 3 months later, the lobby was transformed. Elena Ruiz, once a quiet concierge, was now general manager. Policies had changed, company-witty anonymous feedback, zero tolerance, real accountability. Every guest received a thank you letter from Aisha herself. You stood when others looked away. That matters. The scandal wasn't about one man, it was about a system. Former employees spoke out. An internal task force reinstated those dismissed unjustly. Aisha launched Horizon Forward, a true inclusion initiative. At the summit, she said, hospitality doesn't begin with a smile, it begins with respect. The crowd stood not for a CEO, but for a woman who once was told to leave and chose to open the door for everyone else. So, what would you have done if you'd witnessed this? Where do you stand on respect and justice? Share your thoughts below, hit subscribe, and never forget sometimes it takes just one person refusing to be silent to change everything.